everybody, my name is Analyticalplum and welcome back to my channel. It's been quite an odd week on my channel because we've had quite a few finales that we have been reacting to. First we had the Bad Batch one, that's over, and now we have Heartbreak High. But the only thing is, right, when I'm recording this now, there's not been a season 3 announcement as of yet. For now, this is the finale of Heartbreak High, but we don't know if it's the final finale, if you get what I mean. Hope not. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is just, you know, getting some more views and then we'll get it in due time. But before we begin watching these last couple of episodes, I would love if you would consider subscribing. I do post twice a week, but don't hold me to that. And if you do love my reaction videos, or if you love Heartbreak High, I would love if you would leave a like. It helps me out a ton. And without further ado, let's watch these last couple of episodes of Heartbreak High season 2.
Actually, maybe something more.
That's my fucking mom. Time and place, time and place. Oh my god, imagine running into your mum while you're trying to find, I assume, I don't know, what has she got? Could it be one of those tablets where it's like an at-home pill? I'm not completely sure. But anyway, imagine running into your mum while you're trying to get one of those. Oh dearie me.
Do you want me to have no friends?
The lady at the store said it was in.
We've got to talk. I didn't want to put this in a text.
I mean, that is completely fair. This is not a subject that you can avoid. Wait, is this a confirmation? Because we didn't have a confirmation. I was completely in denial at the end of the last video because it could be anything, you know? Pregnancy is not usually the first thing that causes no periods. Just saying. But we haven't had a confirmation, so is she leaping ahead or is this actual confirmation? But anyway, imagine doing this when his mum's literally right behind him. I could not.
I'm actually busy, so what?
Why are you being such a dick?
For not wanting to get involved in your shit? Look, do whatever you want to do, but just keep me out of it.
Some of you ship this. See, this is why they're just absolutely terrible for each other, because Malachi does not support Emery. He does not. I'm not even, like, arguing about this. He does not. But at the same point, Emery is a bit self-absorbed, so she doesn't realise how some of the things she does and says affects everyone else. They're just absolutely horrible. I don't think he's being rude for any good reason. There's no reason to be like that.
Well, that was unexpected. Thanks.
Anytime.
See you around.
See you around.
Darren, please don't tell me you've done anything. I don't think they would have. No. I have some hope in my heart.
I mean, I'd already made my decision. I was just telling him to be decent. Don't call it baby. We need a code name. Like, Little Feets.
As in little fetus.
It's a good name.
No.
Okay, so the pills need to be taken 48 hours apart. We both know maths really isn't my forte, but if I take the first one now, then I should be sweet for the debate tomorrow and crowning of school captain the next day.
I'm really sorry, but I'm not ambitious about this. Because if it is one of that at-home ones, I'm not like a pro expert or anything about these sort of things, but I think they cause quite a bit of pain and discomfort, and I'm not sure that's something you want to be experiencing during a debate. I mean, a debate ain't that deep at the end of the day. It's not gonna, like, ruin your life if you don't go to a school debate, but yeah.
How do you feel? You're a dickhead.
That'll be rolling.
Oh, hot date tonight?
Oh, I'm gonna rain check.
More like hot flashes of intense urges to write her name over and over in a book because he's a psychopath.
Doesn't feel right hooking up with another guy's seed in me.
How considerate of you.
Something about that wording was just not right.
You going out?
Yeah, with Amory.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Is that his brother that he was talking about? Because he's been on and off talking to him all season. And I was going to mention it in my last video, but I completely forgot. I got distracted by something. I don't know. But is that his brother?
Shit, are you okay? Did I get any glass on you?
Oh, can I get a dustpan?
Wow. If this doesn't say that you have some issues, Rowan, then I don't know what would.
Whoa, what are we?
Just a little peek to state my intentions.
You just told him he was sick.
Young but one can be sick and sexy at the same time.
Do you know what? I would love just for one moment to go inside the mind of Amory. Where does she come up with these ideas? Who would, after they've called off their date, saying they're ill, decide to send a sexy photo?
What happened to the girl humping the shotgun?
Actually, was an AK-47. Yeah, she's in the bin.
Why?
She doesn't fart enough for him, that's why.
You can't just take down a few posters and be a different person.
Well, I also donated money to charity.
The box in the admin office, you know.
The one where you get a chocolate for a gold coin donation.
And I saved you the chocolate.
That's a big old slab of chocolate.
Still not back yet?
It's been 2 days. Can you just, like, yell at me or something?
That would make you feel better, not me.
Do you know what? I do have to say, Harper has been so on it this season. I'm still a bit annoyed that she hasn't said anything about also being a part of the map. That's still a bit frustrating. But apart from that, she's been fully on it. I'm loving it.
Chook had been hassling me for weeks. I had to get him off my back.
Until the next time?
There is no next time. You're never going to see him again. None of us will. I swear on my nan.
Now that's a big swear. I'm not gonna lie. I'd believe him, but to be fair, I'm a bit of a dweeb anyway, so it wouldn't take much for me to accept it. I'm working on it. Oh hi, Darren. Speaking of,
Where have you been? Mums. Look, I know I should have been straight up with you, and I'm sorry that I wasn't, but I didn't want to drag you into it, and Chook said that if I was...
It's okay. I need to have a shower.
I don't like this. Please don't tell me they'll break up at the end of this. Can't we just have a bit of happiness?
If it isn't the party queen herself. So, did you have fun?
When I'm not worried about being too much, ruining other people's nights, I actually have a good time.
Oh, bless Quinny. I do relate to her a lot. I had a few conversations with people who were, I'd say, a bit harsh towards Quinny. And I suppose if you haven't been in her shoes, you wouldn't understand her behaviours and how she's saying things. But I will say, hopefully she does calm down just slightly, because I think she is obviously trying to prove a point, but it's hard. It's a tricky situation. But I do support Quinny, even though if I'm still a bit some of the things she does.
Hey, have you told her about...
Little feats, another chance. She's got a lot on, as you can see.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. If you leave her out, she's going to be overwhelmed. And if you keep leaving her out, she's going to be even more overwhelmed. And this is just going to reinforce everything. And it's just going to be a big old loop.
You want to do something tonight then? Litter Park, ride the mousetrap.
Huh. Sore tummies and roller coasters. Not the best mix.
Right. Of course.
He really does not give off good vibes. If there's a sign, I'd say it's that. They're glaring now. They're glaringly obvious.
I need some advice.
From me?
I respect you, miss.
Yeah, I really felt that when you stormed out of here on the first day.
I don't want to be that guy anymore.
See, I don't want to be another person who's doubting him. Right, you don't need that. But I am doubting him a little bit. Is he gonna genuinely stay this way? I suppose it is a good first step, you know, coming to Jojo instead of going to Voss. Because nobody needs to listen to Voss. I don't think Voss should listen to Voss.
It's easy to say, but it actually requires some meaningful action. Like when rock stars go to rehab, find God, and make gospel music. Is this helping?
That is.
Honestly, I think if they were to redo Sluts again and they would actually pay attention and not just fling it off as something they're forced to go to. I think they would genuinely learn so much from that, especially Spider, because with everything we learned in the last episode, I think he needs to hear those words from Jojo now more than ever. Because the one thing that worries me is a lot of the times in like series and shows and movies is that individuals like Spider change for a person, and then if it doesn't work out, they go straight back to being that person they were originally. So like if Missy were to say no to going out with him, I'm afraid that he'd revert straight back to that person. So I don't know, I'm not really sure about this, but fingers crossed, hopefully he finds the words of Jojo.
What is this? We'll check all my messages, my call history.
Cash, I'm not going through your phone. I wasn't at Mum's, the dorms.
What, with that private school guy that you used to...
Jacob, no. I did go there to see him. Nothing happened, I promise.
You best hope so, Darren. No, but I'm very happy that they're both being open and honest. It's taken a bit of time, but we got there in the end, and that's what counts, right? And I know this isn't the happiest of circumstances. I'd rather they just do it voluntarily than at the end of the line, but it's baby steps. Wait, sorry, little feet steps.
What is this? What do you want?
I've just realised that your policies are by far the best ones. And if I drop out, it gives you a better chance of winning. Can we get the Commonwealth to throw their votes?
I mean, some of what Sasha says is good, but she don't mean them. She's just the biggest hypocrite around. That being said, right, I know I said I've been liking Missy, but she's still been helping Sasha, so, like, in terms of the captaincy and all of that, so that must mean she supports Sasha's policies a bit, so it knocks off points for me with Missy. Because Sasha is just a true politician. She's just a wolf in sheep's clothing.
It's Spider, isn't it? The guy you've been hooking up with.
Right, I know I've just been bashing Sasha, but she is quite smart. Well, she is smart to an extent. I've been reading this book lately, and one of the characters is just, you know, when something's so obvious, but they're just either really in denial, or they just, you don't know where the brain cells are. It's just a bit like that.
At worst, he's fetishized being with a black girl, and you're bringing his Pornhub watch list to life. Asian girls are probably next.
I despise her.
Wake up, wake up! Oh my god, why do you think I didn't say anything? You were never gonna understand. They will fully judge you for it, and the fact that you have kept this secret means on some level you know it too.
See, why is she helping Sasha? Sasha is horrible. I wouldn't tell Sasha anything, not if she reacts like that.
Go park yourself at the door and greet your voters.
This is what I was trying to say earlier. If it was one of those at-home pills, then it's one of those ones where you need to stay at home nice and cozy and try and support yourself. I know this, I said it's not that deep, but I know she's been really looking forward to this, so I do feel quite bad for her. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, you right?
I'm having an abortion.
When? What?
Right fucking now, Malachi!
Do you want me to call your mum? I can...
No, I want to reduce this pain, not add to it.
I'll get the nurse.
No, get a Harper.
Best make up for what you were saying before.
I don't want all this dumb cumlord shit forced on everyone if I do win.
That's not how it works, Spider. You gotta do this shit because you actually believe in it, not because you're fucking someone.
No,
I think we should both stop pretending. We can never be together, like, properly.
Can we just do this later?
It's done.
What are you doing? See, this is all Sasha's fault. Everything's Sasha's fault. No, but what Missy is saying is true. That's what I was also saying earlier. They change not because it's good, but because they want to do it for someone. This is what I was waiting for. So the only thing I want to see now is if Spider tries to stick with the change he's been doing, or he's going to revert back to how he was before. Hopefully he stays changing, because you can't change for people, you got to change for yourself.
Oh, my stupid body, why is it doing this to me? Oh, that worked. I can't believe I'm gonna miss it.
It's okay, baby, just keep breathing. It's gonna be okay.
I'm so happy that she has Harper there at least. They are actually really lovely for each other. like in a friendship way. Poor Emery.
Welcome, everybody, to the school captain debate.
Time to take out the trash. Am I right?
And then we're going to open it up.
Right, sir.
I really want Spider to just snap at Voss. I know it's not good, that's not healthy, it's not what a good person does, but I'm craving to see it.
Amory had to go. I'll explain later, but I think you're gonna have to go on.
I don't feel like it.
Up next, Spencer White of the Sea Lords.
They remind me of the MAGA people from America. I mean, it is kind of fitting, isn't it?
So Amory doesn't appear to be here. So instead, we have Quinny for the SLT party.
I'd vote for Quinny. She has my vote. I think she'd be an amazing captain. See, I'll support that movement. Make Quinny captain immediately.
Oolong?
Tastes like armpit.
I can't really hear what you said.
I said it to... Just come in.
But aren't you naked?
Nothing you ain't seen.
Are you going to tell him about this? Or...
Hey, Rowan, I'm pregnant to our joint ex-boyfriend.
Sorry, it's not his.
What? No, it's yours, dumbass.
I didn't know how long you two had been...
Or does he think that it works that quickly? Or is he trying to insinuate that they have been hooking up for longer than he saw? You know what, though? I'm very glad that he is here to support, because I would have really have hated if he went off to... where was it? Anyway, somewhere with a skiing place. I'm glad that he was here to know of this before he left, because that's so bad.
Sorry, how is it mine?
You really should have paid attention in biology.
No, I know, I just... When?
Well, sex with me is really unforgettable.
No, God, I know.
It's just getting worse and worse.
I'm sorry you found out the way you did. Honestly, it was just something that happened at the party. I didn't even know what it means.
Oh, that all just feels really unimportant right now. Hey.
I'm so glad that Malachi is there right now. Still don't want them together, but I'm glad he's there supporting. I mean, it's the least he can do. See, as I've been spewing, the bare minimum. This is the bare minimum. He should be there.
I will be your comrade, and you can trust me.
Words are very powerful, Sasha.
Yes, but the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
There's a reason that most of the world is run by men. Men are more analytical.
Tone it down, thank you, Spencer.
Gendered bullshit.
See? Sasha can't even control her emotions.
This is what I mean. Try to change for somebody, doesn't work out, they go back to who they were before.
They don't want you to change. No. They just want someone that they can blame for all the problems in their life.
Do you really want this wank stain to be your school captain?
Okay, I'm serious.
Seriously, none of them should be school captain.
Both of you need to...
Shut up! Neither of you should be school captain. This is the easy part, making promises, pretending that you care. But what are you going to do when it gets hard?
I see. Go on, corny gal.
You're both only doing this for yourselves.
That is not true. I am a woman of the people.
Who's that?
Who?
It's Lucy. It's Marjorie Evan. You two want to be leaders of the people, but you don't even know who you're leading.
I'm so proud of you. See, she's just spitting facts. No, but it's true what she's saying. Kind of like with how Spider wants to change. He doesn't really want to change. He only wanted to change for Missy. And that's the same with Sasha. She only wants to be the leader because that's how she just wants to project herself and probably add it to her CV or something. I don't know.
So, vote for Emery. Emery's not even here. You know what? He's here. The rubbish bin is here.
All of you have until the end of the day to vote. So, vote.
Winnie's winning. Definitely. I can see it. I just pause it and zoom in to see what everyone else is writing.
Yay.
No, you're right.
That was an event. Glad we had tickets.
VIP section.
I feel so bad. That must be so awful for everyone who has to do that. Especially if they don't have anyone like Malachi and Harper. I'll send you all virtual cookies and hugs. Ash, what are you doing? Has he gone to try and confirm that Darren's telling the truth? Because that's not healthy. I've been praising you about open communication, and if you are going to check to see if Darren's telling the truth, then that's not good. That's not good, bruv.
You like it?
Cocoa Pops and OJ.
Mm-hmm.
Award full marks to your snacksident.
Wait, don't you reckon this one dangly earring is...
You better uncross that, or make it just massive, right over everyone else's words.
Nothing happened, man. I don't know why you think I'd go there. Maybe because you have a track record of fucking people when they're vulnerable.
He didn't go there. I mean, it is true. Just ask Malachi. It's not a laughing matter, it just took me off guard.
Well, we've found ways to make it work. Yeah, for you. Not so much for Darren. Fuck does that mean?
It means that they're watching porn before breakfast and sneaking out for a wank when you're asleep.
Well, if Darren has a problem with the way that their relationship works, I think Darren should be the one saying this to Cash. Yeah, no, I suppose this is just going to go downhill, isn't it? It's just going to keep going until the end of the next episode.
They're struggling, man. All I'm saying is, don't you think it's a little bit selfish asking them to give it up?
No, you can't force yourself into doing something you don't want to do. I think it's selfish making someone do something they don't want to do, actually.
Thanks for staying.
That's alright. You got me out of geography.
I was just about to say Rowan's watching, isn't he? And he's going to go crazy. Is it really worth it? He's going to end up setting the school on fire, isn't he? This is all his fault. His and Sasha's. So creepy.
Hey. Rod. Oh, shit. Sorry. I wasn't ignoring you yesterday. I was just way too sick to even look at my phone.
Yeah, it's cool. I got an essay due. I had to pull an all-nighter, so...
Surely she had to have seen that. Even I saw that, and I'm blind. That's why I'm sitting so close to my screen, because I need my glasses, but I don't want to wear my glasses. Don't say anything.
It's a school captain inauguration.
Oh, then you better find your mates. I'm sure you want to be with them for the announcement, right?
Now he looks even more sketchy than Malachi did when he was talking to Darren about his sexuality. He looks even more jumpy than him.
Okay, and now, the moment that you have all been waiting for.
Go on, Quinny.
And the winner is Quinn Gallagher-Jones. What? We will take a few minutes to sort this out.
Yes! See, that's how much power Quinny has. She wasn't even running, and she was voted to be the captain. That's what you call true power.
Stop the steal.
Now that's one way to get fired, isn't it? And that will be his own fault. See, everyone's repercussions are coming through now. Well, at least I hope so. Otherwise, that won't be good, would it? Animals. The lot of ya. Although, if you could just throw some food and some cake into my mouth, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Why are you with Malachi?
It's not what you're thinking. And Harper was there too. I was dealing with some personal stuff.
If you're not into me, just say so. Like, I can take it.
Rowan, I am.
See, at that point, I'd just be off. If you have some personal things going on and they react like that when you're trying to tell them, I mean, fair enough. If this is at the beginning of a relationship, it's a bit unsteady, but you don't treat them like garbage. If that was me, I'd be like, hell no. If you're reacting this way, that's just too much hassle for me. No way. Like, there's already so much going on in here. I'm not going to deal with your brain too.
It's hard to stay mad at you when you've got cake on your face. You look like a sad clown.
You're a sad clown. You're a mad clown too, and probably an arsonist clown.
I am sad because I'm scared everyone thinks before we've even started.
Not you, love. He did. Please tell me, is it over? I don't want to see.
Hate to say I told you so. Fuck off.
Yes! Oh my god, everything's happening that I want to happen. Well, not everything. A lot of things, kind of like Darren and Cash, aren't doing so great. And Missy and Spider. But all the other stuff, I'm just, yes!
It flew out of my hand.
Oh, flew out.
I was doing this because the girl is not on the bloody ticket.
Her name is Quinny.
Oh, heaven forbid we
Give a middle-class white boy a leadership position.
Mate, it's democracy. It's whoever got voted the most votes. What are you rambling about?
This is exactly what's wrong with education today, because people like you who can make a change are putting personal agendas first, fighting culture wars, instead of doing what's right by the kids.
Does he even hear what he's saying? I swear he's been doing some massive projection throughout this whole season, because she is doing what's right. She's letting the kids vote for what they feel like they need. She's not had any input, nothing to do with her own personal agendas, whereas he's been grooming Spider to lead a party based on what Voss thinks is right.
Hard look at yourself,
says the man wearing lycra.
Oh, don't be a
You...
Go and get your belongings. You have 20 minutes to get off school property.
Can I get out my confetti cannons now, please? This is what I've been waiting for.
This isn't over.
Wait. Please don't tell me it's Voss that sets fire to the school and not Rowan. No.
Well, you got what you wanted. She fired me. All we did was some manual labour.
That's a really charming way to describe your youth wing of misogyny.
How is turning young, dynamic girls into man-haters any less damaging?
I don't get where this is coming from. All she was teaching was life lessons to the kids about, you know, themselves and important things, especially in terms of intimacy. But I don't see how this is coming to everything, unless I completely missed something. But I thought all she was teaching was acceptance and awareness. Where has this come from?
I know you didn't hook up with Dusty.
I'm sorry for being a bitch yesterday. I promise.
Darren.
Don't say another word. This better not be a breakup scene. No, don't do it.
It's fucked of me to expect you to shut that part of yourself off.
I am trying.
Don't. It's who you are. It's why I love you. But while we're together, you'll never be free to be that person.
This was one of my big worries when I did my reaction to the trailer, because Darren is very sexual. They are a very sexual person. It's something that they kind of don't really want to say need, but it's something that they really enjoy. As we've seen, Cash is ace, so it is, I mean, it was going to be quite difficult. I think some couples can make that work and work around it, but some can't, and I'm not sure if this is the case with this couple. I mean, obviously, I know I want them to be together because I think they're so sweet and, like, personality-wise, they fit so well. But in terms of the other needs and desires, they don't align very well. And if there's trouble, then there's no point forcing it together, which makes me sad. But I wouldn't want to force two people together if it doesn't work.
The reason I ran was to prove that I wasn't a shitty person. So it'd be a pretty shitty move to not give the people what they want.
Well done, Marie.
You hear that, Rowan? Or Bird Psycho, whatever alias you're under? She's getting there. And I know she said without Bird Psycho she wouldn't have been able to see the error of her ways, but I think she would have. I hope she would have seen the error of her ways.
Congratulations.
The tone in your voice tells me you don't mean that.
I missed the debate yesterday because I was having an abortion.
Now is not the right time for these types of sounds. Time and place.
I need to learn how to not want sex.
Shit, guys, it's happening. We've been waiting for you.
That's a bit alarming. I don't know whether I would feel threatened by that. I didn't think my dislike for Rowan could get even worse. And my dislike for Sasha's gonna get immensely worse, because she's gonna put them up, isn't she?
Me and Amory have a history deeper than you could ever know. Stay the fuck away from her, you see what I'm capable of.
You vile, vile man. Please warn her. Honestly, someone needs to tell her about all of this. there's so many chaotic people in this school or who have interacted with this school that I am unsure as to who I think set it on fire. It could actually be anybody, but obviously the two leading suspects is at the moment is Voss or Rowan, and I can't tell you who I think would have set the school on fire.
So, when can I watch your film? Right, it's finished, right?
It's pretty personal.
Gotta be something about fire and amory and birds and revenge. I can already see it.
Yo, how'd you go?
Except that I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes! I was so happy for Harper. I just realised I look like a ghost. Maybe I should turn that down a little. There we go. It's a typical England day today, so even though it looks like it's night time, it's actually lunchtime, but it's just pouring of rain, so you gotta do what you gotta do with the England weather.
So, Rowan and Amory.
I don't want to do this, Malachi.
Do what?
The whole jealous ex-boyfriend thing.
It's about Rowan.
I'm glad that everyone in the show are stating their boundaries and setting them, but the only frustrating part about that is that the other person has no chance to talk. So like Amory tried to tell Malachi about Little Feats. Didn't get to say it because she was shut down. And now Malachi is trying to warn them all about Rowan and what he just did to him. And he's already getting shut down, so what can you do?
Whatever this is, Amory's in a really good place right now.
Let the man talk, please. I promise you it will be worthwhile.
How do you just switch it off? You don't just switch it off, yeah? Patience. There's so much to learn.
This is just Jedi training, isn't it? I feel like I'm watching The Master and the Apprentice whole trope all over again.
70% of people who have sex at formal regret it later. So our mission, spread the word.
53 minutes.
Excuse me, self-accountability.
This is kind of one of the things that I keep bringing up. I feel like a lot of these groups, yes, even Spider's little group, right, bear with me, they all have decent points. They don't all go about it in the right way, but if they were to go about it in a way that wasn't degrading to anybody else or wasn't rude or, you know, isn't douchey, then I think it would actually be really, really beneficial. As she said, a lot of regrets happen on formal night, and I suppose loads of assaults happen, especially if there's an after party or something else going on, you know, alcohol, it can get a bit out of hand. So I think that's quite a good message to spread, that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to just because it's like a party event. So I feel like it's a good message. It's just the way that Zoe shames people kind of just makes it not good. What are you doing here? Get out.
What are you doing here? I think Birdsucker is about to spice things up again.
Principal Woods has unfairly dismissed me, so tonight at formal we will let our voices be heard.
Number one, right? Surprised about Sasha. I thought she was going to put them up on the walls herself, so hooray for her. Still not a good person though. And secondly, what does Voss think he's doing? He's definitely one of those people who has lived their peak life in school years and tries to do their best to relive it non-stop over and over. Move on, man!
You can't leave tomorrow.
No, Mum starts her new job on Monday. I'm not really good at goodbyes.
A few of your mates might be a bit upset.
I don't want him to go. I know he's not been the nicest and the most stable this season, but I think he's still been a pretty nice character. Well, not nice. Pretty entertaining character.
This isn't Birdsucker's usual style. I mean, all of his other attacks has had some sort of moral point to them, trying to teach her a lesson. Who would be angry enough at her to do this?
That's because Rowan is spiraling. It's like a spring. It's like a, what's those, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, damn it. Those springy things where you throw down the stairs and it goes boink, 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 boink. Well, Rowan's at the bottom of them stairs now. Slinky? Is it Slinky? No, I'm just thinking of Toy Story, I think. I don't know.
Bye, cunt.
I'm assuming he's writing a decent letter as opposed to Rowan's scrabbled rambles.
She must have sent it to someone she was romantically involved with, right?
Oh yeah, so Malachi?
Or Rowan.
That's not Rowan's feeling. This is Malachi's.
No, it's not, because she ripped up Malachi's
No,
feelings.
no. I saw Malachi kick this over because he didn't want anyone to see it.
We're finally getting there, people. Yes! I knew Detective Quinny was going to be on it. I mean, I didn't expect Sasha to be there, but you take what you can get.
Meaning there's one person that we haven't got a handwriting sample for that Amory definitely could have sent that picture to.
The clogs are turning. Can we all just jump on him and just crush him into the ground? Turn him into an ant.
She's late. She'll be here.
Aren't you embarrassed to give her that stupid flower thing?
It's romantic.
Seriously, what did she do that was so bad that was causing him to act like this? I really, really want to know.
You look beautiful.
So do you.
I got this. Where'd you get the car?
Borrowed one of Roger's.
At least they're matching. We don't really have formals over here. It's more like an end of year prom when we finish GCSEs when we're 16. And I went to prom with my partner at the time. No longer that person, for good reason. I picked out my dress, I showed him, and he chose a completely different tie colour. I think there's a reason why me and that person are no longer together.
Spiked with a bottle of Malibu from Mum's liquor cabinet.
Is he trying to cosplay being a disco ball or something? What's that? I mean, you look dazzling, darling.
You were right. About what?
All men are fucked.
Well, I never said that. It's just I don't want you to feel this way at your age. It's true, not everyone is capable of change, but if we start believing no one is, then...
I really think we need to start this class thing back up. Everyone is in desperate need of it. Darren is, Spider is, Missy is. Rowan especially needs it. He needs more than that. I think he needs therapy and many straitjackets. To be fair, I think people just want to take what they want from whatever Jojo is saying, or they just don't listen to her. I don't think they actually truly listen to what she says.
Sometimes I wonder if that gummy overdose did something permanent to your brain.
Bridge and drinking, I can't remember which one I didn't spike.
I mean, at least he's looking out for her in some weird way. It's totally Anne, isn't it?
Oh my god, Anne, just ask her out already.
Is it that obvious?
The jewelry box?
Every time I think about her, I take like 10 damage.
You should tell her.
Do you know what? At this point, I say don't. Every relationship is crashing and burning, so to save your mental health, I just say leave it. Just leave it.
Oh my god, you're going. No, I'm fucking not.
You fucking are. You've been at that school for 50 bloody years and you haven't been to a formal once.
Yes, Nan. He needs to go. I love her. I absolutely love her. She's my favourite.
Why does it have to be the one thing, you know, like the one thing I can't change about myself?
Well, Dougie, everyone's walking around with a poo in their pants.
Well, I hope not.
I feel like someone's always gonna be making a sacrifice if they be with me.
There's all kinds of ways to love someone, to be with someone. You don't have to play by other people's rules. That was never your style anyway.
She's actually amazing. I love her. If I were to ever do a character ranking, she'd definitely be the top. There's nothing that she has said that has been wrong.
I still don't get why we're not going straight to formal and exposing him.
We don't have sufficient enough evidence. We have to play this safe. Amory and Rowan are dating. I'm not going to blow up her life without proof first.
That's also very smart. See, everyone's just been smart this episode. Well, I retract half of that back.
Fully failed.
Failed what?
In the beginning told me to try to be friends with a girl. Get to see how sick she is. Get to know her. So look, go for her.
I completely forgot that was a thing. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of took a bit of a back burner, didn't it? It was a big thing in the first couple of episodes, and then that was the last we kind of heard from it, apart from like Ant popping up every now and then to talk about his struggles with his feelings, but it's not really been a main thing. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
I'm sorry.
It was dumb. I was meant to be your mate. My mate, okay?
No.
You told me on my first day at Heartbreak that I'd be here, dancing with you. I wouldn't have believed you.
Me neither. I actually gotta go piss. Wait. Wow, I really feel like I'm ruining the moment. Sorry.
I'll be back.
Okay, bye.
I don't trust him. Everything he does is just so sketchy.
This woke world has got its claws out for you boys. I watched my dad beg, Compromise and then apologising for what?
See, if this ain't clicking for Spider, I don't really know what else is. I want him to see how he reflects himself in Voss and not become him. Because at the end of the day, if he keeps going the way he is, he will end up like Voss, and I don't think that's something he wants.
A series of allegations from a group of jealous employees who clearly wanted to bring him down.
I thought it was just one joke that got him fired.
And then it was a pile-on.
Because of the joke?
No, about a bunch of other bull.
Maybe your dad was just a bit of a dick.
Man up.
Yeah, no hesitation. I don't think anyone should be with you.
What's it gonna be?
I really want Spider to just go away from Voss. He does not need this. He's such a nasty man. I can't wait for him to be fully gone. I swear, if he's there next season, I don't think I can watch it. I can't. I've had enough.
I did always imagine this night being with Malachi, though.
Men.
Forget about it.
Didn't even have the guts to stick around. Just racked off into thin air.
Oh dearie, she's gonna say about him leaving, isn't she? Oh, Missy, no.
Missy, racks off where?
I had a conversation with him this morning.
And what did you say to him?
I sort of told him to leave you alone.
What?
This is why you should just have open communication and talk. And not to their friends, not to their dog or their, like, pet toad, but talk to them directly. Because it's just a game of Chinese whispers, isn't it?
All term, you've been saying you're over the drama. And now what, you're in love with Malachi?
Yes, I love Malachi. I never stopped.
If I never press play, that means it just stops right there forever, right? I don't have to see the repercussions of her saying that in front of Rowan. Right?
This is it. This is Rowan's house.
My phone. This is just like walking into an evil dungeon. I feel the exact same way as when I watch a horror movie.
Are you sniffing glue? What are you doing with this lot?
What?
Being accountable.
Look, Darren, this isn't you.
I'm trying to fucking apologise, okay? And I'm not gonna make excuses. I'm gonna own it. And I know that you probably don't believe me, but I want to be better.
I really, really hope so. Imagine how nice it'd be to see him and Missy together without him being a douche in the meantime. That would be so nice. I would love that.
Starting now.
Oi! There's a bunch of dead Kellys on the oval.
What's that? Sorry to ruin the moment. What's that?
This is our last stand. We will not be silent.
Oh, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen. Just get off it, will you?
No, I can't understand you because you've got a dustbin on your head or something.
I said this is our last stand. We will not be silent.
They look like a weird Monty Python ripoff. No, they're going to accidentally start the fire, aren't they? Because they've got their sticks. Something's going to happen and it's going to be all their fault. I knew it was going to be a red herring with Rowan.
I am not going to let you subject my students to this nonsense. I suggest that you get off the school property now.
You can just directly call the police for this, because this is trespassing and also threat, anarchy, everything. That's kind of basically a weapon. Well, I mean, it is a weapon, considering what I think is going to happen with the school. So they can just straight up arrest him.
We are leaving a calling card.
Is there supposed to be a third testicle?
You might want to get that checked out.
Oh, shit.
I knew it. Oh my god. Now you can definitely get arrested for that. Thank you and goodbye. As long as this means you might be back next season, I am so happy.
Can you please just let me explain? It's
Lars. My name is Rowan. Kids call me Spud. I'm 12. I'm a small, fat, hairless potato. I don't exist to her, but my whole life seems to revolve around catching a fleeting glimpse of Amory at the skate park.
And this is his film, isn't it? See, I told you, Amory birds, and I forgot the other thing I said. Very imaginative.
We call him Ego. We take care of him together. Then everything goes to shit. Other kids crowd around and start laughing at us. She tells them it was my idea.
Not to be insensitive, but is this the root of Rowan's anger?
I need to do something, anything, to stop the pain. My little brother, Jet, he's scared. He goes to get my parents, but they're across the road at a barbecue. He doesn't see the car.
Do you remember me now?
That's not our fault. Wait, is Jet the one that has been on and off talking to him throughout the season that I was saying about earlier? Wait, so was he in a hallucination? So if he was a hallucination, even now he's still throwing stuff and being angry around his brother. So even now, Rowan still has not changed and still blaming it on Amory.
You're bird psycho?
I just need her to understand.
Understand what? Why you did all this awful shit to her?
Stop, it doesn't matter.
It does, he fucking abused you!
Your brother died.
That's not an excuse.
Harper, yeah, she's saying facts.
What can I do? What can I do to fix this?
No! What are you sorry for?
What do you want me to be sorry for?
Killing my brother!
That wasn't her.
What I did to you wasn't right, but I didn't kill your brother.
Whose fault is it, Amory? Whose fault is it?
No!
Yeah, no, he needs to get shipped off back to his dad. I don't even think that's enough. Something needs to be done about his behaviour, because that's not right.
Where's Emery and Harper?
What if he's got them in there? Queenie, get back here! Queenie, don't!
Now is not the time and place, no. Where are the emergency services?
Where are they? Where are they? What have you done with them? Come on, it's okay. Can you get to that last bit? What are you doing? Amory?
I killed him.
No, you didn't.
I'm the reason he's gone.
No. Your brother was out on that road because he loved you.
In the endless night,
It was him.
one day is gonna come.
Amory is actually such a much better person than me. I don't know if I would have done that.
The flames are a symbol of Phoenix rising from the ashes.
Give it a rest already. I was just thinking, right? The school's literally on flames. I don't know how much damage it's done. Firstly, is Malachi's letter still okay? Because otherwise that's his last words gone, unless we can convince him to come back somehow. Or, how would there be a Heartbreak High if there's no Heartbreak High School?
I'm sorry for everything. I want you to see what it was like when I don't try. I wanted you to see how much I do under the surface that no one ever sees. I don't think I know who I am anymore.
Everyone who tries to tell me that Quinny is a bad person, can you please extra listen to that? She has to go through so much that you think may be silly or small or whatever, but there's so much that she has to go through, and I'm sticking up for 100%.
You could have just left me to die.
I guess, but then I would have felt like an even bigger shithead.
You're not a shithead. I think it was just easier for me to make you the villain.
I think maybe we're all just a bunch of fucked up kids trying the best we can.
That still does not take away everything he's done. It's not even small things either, like spread a silly little rumour. He's fully murdered animals just to prove a point. I think he desperately needs a bit of help. And I hope that he gets that help, because help is very hard to get.
Never got to finish that dance.
I don't think you should be dancing.
It's just the equivalent of 1,000 singings.
Oh, he's crying.
You know, you and me, we'd be good together.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I just...
Oh, so I should know of it. Do you want to be my vice captain?
I still don't think that's a good idea.
Number 2 is the high hotels.
If I would have known a school fire would have got everyone back together and all happy again, I would have set it on fire at the beginning of the season. Not really, but you know what I mean.
So... Don't say I told you.
No, I wasn't going to.
Say it. I beg you to say it.
I was wondering if you'd want to, take over the sexual tutorials again.
Really like that.
Me too.
But I think I can change it up, make sure there's something in it for everyone.
Cum sluts.
Oh, okay, wow.
I didn't say that.
Maybe the slut lord?
Wow, okay, ooh.
I mean, that's fair enough, making sure everyone's got a bit, because by the sounds of it, not everyone's getting out of the classes what they want, so fair enough. Why can't someone message him that the school has literally gone up in flames, and then he could just talk to Emery and say what he wanted to say in that letter? Boom. Problem solved. Wow. So that was my reaction to the last episodes of season 2 of Heartbreak High. Well, they didn't really leave us much to go off, did they? It was a bit open-ended, so if they don't renew this, then I think that would be the worst crime Netflix have committed in a while. They've committed many crimes, but I think this would actually top the cake. So I'm going to say my overall thoughts of what I thought of this season. I do think it was definitely a good season. It was quite different from season 1, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad different. I think it's quite a good different. It keeps things quite fresh without feeling like another typical teen series, which I quite like, because some of them can be quite repetitive, like storyline wise it can be quite repetitive, but I feel like this took some of those common themes but also made it something else, which I quite liked. I think I do still stand by what I said in my last video about the characters. I think I would like to see more of a variety, because I do feel like a lot of the characters can be quite copy and paste, especially when you've got the new ones coming in. So I just want to see more variety of personalities, because someone did comment saying that Harper is quite introverted, but I still feel like she is quite extroverted in terms of like she loves parties and that sort of typical stuff. But I just want somebody who isn't like that. I want somebody who doesn't really want to do that, doesn't really have many friends maybe, or is quite quiet, but because of their quietness they're not irrelevant, if you know what I mean. I don't know what I'm saying, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Storylines, I completely forgot about the storyline with Ant and Harper. It wasn't until they said it just a second ago, well probably like half an hour ago now, that I remembered. I feel like they just forgot about that and then came back to it for the finale, but it wasn't much of a big massive storyline, so it wasn't a problem. Even though it was teeny tiny hints of it throughout, there was still breadcrumbs throughout, which made up a little baby cake, which weren't too bad. There wasn't really much repercussions of Rowan, and there wasn't much of a, I don't know, I just feel like it all boiled down to this moment and there wasn't a lot. But I suppose if they are going to have a renewal of another season, then I would want to see something come of that, because you can't just get let off threatening people and killing animals and nothing happens. But I'm hoping he gets the help that he needs. I'm not sure if he would be a character that would stick around for the next season, but apart from that, I do love every single other arc of storyline. Darren and Cash, you got Missy and Spider, and even out of the whole relationship arcs, I did quite like the whole clash between sluts and cumlords, even though it did get a bit tiring towards like the middle to the end of hearing Voss rabbiting on. But I suppose there are people who are like him in real life, and you can't exactly mute people in real life, so I'd happily put up with it. I think that covers pretty much everything. Everything else was just amazing. The sets were really good. We branched out quite a bit more. Costumes, amazing. I loved the arc with Quinny, even though it wasn't really long. I just think for people who don't know much about neurodivergent people, it's just a hint as to like their struggles and what they go through, because if you don't know what happens, then you can just say that she's just being dramatic or she's just being too much, but that's not the case with Quinny. So I'm hoping that that kind of shows people just a smidgen of the struggle. I think that will be it from me. I hope you enjoyed my complete series reaction. I applaud everyone who watched every single one of my videos. I appreciate you so much. Hopefully you stick around for my other videos. I'm probably going to be reacting to like Bridgerton coming up, and then in a couple of months time. It may seem long, but we do also have a Heartstopper, so I will probably react to that too. So yes, I will catch you all in the next video.